So with the tax cuts, some people might be wondering, well, wait, can we afford these? How are we going to pay for them? And of course, I remember I once saw, I think it was Roaming Millennial, on Twitter when someone was asking how could we afford tax cuts. She was like, oh, we just spend less. You see, it's a little trick we do where we just spend less. You know? So, how do they plan to spend less? Why, simple. Senator Marco Rubio tells a secret. After giving a tax cut to the rich, GOP will cut Social Security and Medicare. Now wait. They're not cutting our overbloated military where we spend more than the next 8 nations combined. They're not cutting corporate checks to ExxonMobil. They're not cutting, things that only benefit the wealthy. Again, ExxonMobil gets billions of dollars of checks in research and development. They get corporate welfare. By that logic, we should have universal basic income. If they can get a check, so should everybody else. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't support universal basic income. I think that's unworkable. However, again, if someone could provide me proof that it was workable, I'd love to support it, but as of right now, I'm just not seeing the evidence. But that's off topic. But if we're going to give money to Exxon, we should give money to everybody. And Marco Rubio's like, yeah, cut programs for the poor. Who cares? Screw them. But apparently, the GOP is not the party of the rich. I don't know how, but it just isn't. For that matter, when you pay into programs like Medicare and Social Security in your entire life and then you just cut them out of nowhere, isn't that theft? Because I'm pretty sure that's theft. Saying you're going to pay into this your entire life and one day you'll get it back. And then the next second, because of Marco Rubio, you're like, no, we're not. We're going to cut it. You don't get that money you paid in back. It's like, imagine if a bank did that. Well, they did do that once. And that helped cause the Great Depression. Because banks didn't have the money to pay back what people had in there. So Marco Rubio plans on doing events that caused the Great Depression, which is what all Republicans do. Reaganomics is essentially Coolidgenomics and Hoovernomics. And it just goes on and goes on. That's it. I'm Ephrom, and good night.